It's time! 5 rounds in the inside 6 yards ring.
We have...
In the blue corner, we have YEATESY Tommmygun.
Hi.
Alright, we ready to go? How's your mic? You all good? You got your distance?
Sensual.
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 Alright, okay, let's have some fun with this.
Okay. I really do like that intro. Welcome everyone to the episode of Inside the 6 Yards. I'm your host YEATESY, and with me, as always, the guy that has over 1,000 views on YouTube, who graces us with his presence, my co-host,
Tommmygun.
Like it. So, Tommy, I do believe we had some good news on Monday.
Yeah, man. Like, I think they've just in WA. It's just in WA, yeah?
Yeah, I think Northern Territory are probably a little bit better off at the moment.
Yes. So we've lifted the ban on social gatherings, so it's no longer 2 people. Now it's at 10 people. 10 people. Yeah, cool. That's awesome.
So that's fantastic, which is great for us because guess what I'm doing at 9:30 tomorrow?
You are?
Oh, sorry. Yes, tomorrow. Yes. I'm excited. That's why I don't even know what date it is.
I thought it was still closed. Oh, wait, no, we're talking about goalkeeper training.
Yeah, we're not talking about the pub. Okay. Unless in Northern Territory, I think they open in 2 weeks' time.
Ooh.
Yeah,
very lucky. Book your plane tickets, son.
Well, if only we could travel. I do have family up there, though. But that's a bit different.
There you go.
Yes, so tomorrow at 9:30, commencing training again with the Curtin boys. So Rob and Connor.
Oh, there
Shout
we
out
go.
to you boys.
Shout out to the boys.
Yeah, the lads. So hopefully Connor's got a haircut.
Oh, mate, that dude.
I can't. I've actually let my hair down, as you can see.
Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that.
Just so
lovely
have
flowing.
more relaxed.
You know what Connor's hair reminds me of? It reminds me of Sideshow Bob.
Sorry, Connor.
Sorry, Connor, mate, but it has to be said.
Yeah.
No, but look at that, mate. I think we're looking fantastic.
We are. We've gone the blue, just your eyes.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Something like pretty eyes. Pretty eyes. No, but it's good. It's good. Like we're Inside 6 Yards is leaping to new heights, and we've got not one but two mics. Two mics. So now we get to
That's
speak.
math I like.
Yeah,
1 and 2.
There we go. So blue snowballs. It's such a.
They're black. But
Yeah,
I see what you're doing there.
Well, that's the brand of the company. It's called Blue, but it's black, so it's confusing.
Yeah, but it's got snowball eyes, and I do like them though.
Yeah, they are amazing microphones, and as you can probably tell, they are rich sound quality, and they do get to feel the voice.
And you've got the popper as well.
Yeah, we've got the old pop filters on, so just to stop the old peas from popping into your earphones at home, for those of you playing at home.
Agreed.
But no, we are upgrading some with some new tech and some microphones, also some headphones.
Yes.
We've upgraded with some headphones as well, so Audio Technica headphones. So definitely moving up in the world. New shirts, new mics, new caps.
New caps.
Look at that, man.
Caps.
Yeah. I6Y caps.
Ooh. That's a bit naughty.
That's naughty. No, mate. So how did you think last week's episode went with Connor O'Keefe?
Look, I've got to say, shout out to Connor. What a lad. Good on him for jumping on our podcast. We're just, I'm going to say, two young guys from WA.
Sure.
Just talking about goalkeeping, which we both love. Been doing it for a while. And to speak to someone who plays in the Gibraltar Premier League, and what the accreditation that he's got, and he's only a young guy, 25?
25, man.
Yeah. So it was an honour to talk to him.
Oh, he's accomplished so much, and I don't think we personally can give him enough respect for the what he's done in his short time as a goalkeeper.
Agreed.
And he's building his way up through his YouTube channel, and the presence that he has and the impact he has on young goalkeeping as well. It's awesome, and I think he's a great role model for young goalkeepers out there aspiring for something different, for something better. And definitely, if you would like to view some of his videos, there's going to be a pop-up here. Connor O'Keefe YouTube channel.
Hit it.
Down there. And by all means, hit him up. Give him a like. Give him a subscribe. What a legend. Support him any way you can. And he's also got his own podcast coming out soon. So we'll be sure to tune into that.
Oh, yes, we will. I must say, if I had to sum up old mate Connor in 2 words, it'll have to be, we'll say, YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And golden envelopes.
Golden envelopes, yes. Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, so moving on.
Yes, well,
this week.
Tommy, I do believe we're going to continue this international theme here. We're going to be jumping on the plane. Well, not really.
Just
I wish
a little
we
bit,
were.
Just a little bit north.
Just a little bit north, yeah. How long is a flight from England to Scotland?
Not long, but like an hour, not even. You can drive if you want to.
Well,
it's a long
true.
drive. I've driven it.
What, an hour long drive?
No. It's like about a 5-6 hour drive.
So what, Margaret River bit further?
Bit further. Yeah. More like bloody, you'd probably say Denmark, I'd say.
Denmark? Oh, yeah. Nice place.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. I think it's not bad. I haven't been there, but I've heard good things.
Yeah.
Heard good things.
It's a great country.
Yes.
Yeah.
In WA. In WA.
Yeah, the big WA. Which we're only going to be able to travel because to be honest, I think the travel restrictions will probably be inside WA. We'll probably close their borders for a little bit longer.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you're looking to travel, go down or
up,
go up. Broome
or anywhere.
Broome's a beautiful place.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. There's lots of beautiful sites around WA. So
anyway, we'll reel back to today's guest. We're
yes,
all over the shop, but it's good. It's tasty.
Just shows how professional we are in this studio.
Yeah. As you take a drink of some refreshing beverage, which is water, of course.
Oh yes.
So who's today's host, Tommy?
The host for today is you, my friend.
Thank you. Anyway, I just wanted you here to say it because it makes a tingle in my spine.
He loves being the host. He whispers it to him during sex and thinks, I'm the host.
I love being number one, as all goalkeepers do. So, Tommy, please tell me who is going to be our guest.
Yes, you nearly said it.
No, I wanted to. I was like, it's our third guest, but yeah.
Yes, so it's actually third guest on the show. So. Coming to us all the way from Bonnie, Scotland. He spent most of his career at a club called Partick Thistle. So he is in their Hall of Fame as well.
He's a goalkeeper coach there.
Yeah, and he's also the current goalkeeper coach as well. So he is a very lucrative goalkeeping coach at the moment. He's well sought after, a big name in the world of goalkeeping as well. He also owns his own company, a goalkeeper company you could call it, called KA Goalkeeping or Kaliaaer. Please welcome to the show, guys, Kenny Arthur. So that's going to be really cool bringing him on. We're going to give him a Skype call in just a minute. But yeah, what an absolute pickup of a guest, man. I couldn't believe he replied to my message.
Well, that's it. Look, that's the third guest on our show. Yeah, and going international.
Well, yeah, it was the perfect time for us, because obviously going international, because we were like, we can't get people on the show at the moment, so let's go worldwide. Yeah. But now we can get people on the show, so look out for that. So we've got some future episodes planned. We're going to get some people around the desk, and we're going to have some conversations about all things goalkeeping.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to interview Kenny, being that this gentleman here has been through obviously a lot in goalkeeping, but he's also come back from I think 3 or 4 injuries,
some serious injuries, some broken legs.
Yeah, to come back not only from injury but from a broken leg to come back
in the same
play
season
at that high level
in the same season.
That's. Well,
it's insane.
And the mental side, because obviously he plays with his heart on his sleeve, goes and gets it.
Yeah, of course.
But to come back from that, or any real, serious injury like that, that's kudos to him, man.
It definitely just shows you the character of what this guy's like. And he definitely has a big presence on Twitter. And he definitely does a lot for the goalkeeper community in Scotland as well. So he's doing a lot of great things there.
You do keep Scotland fit.
The Keep Scotland Active initiative that's gone on YouTube as well. So there's a lot of great things to talk to Kenny about, and I think there's no more time to be wasted, my friend.
Do it quick. Quick.
We're gonna get him on the interwebs. Let's do it.
Yo, come on.
Hey guys.
Hey Kenny, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I was what way you're this way? That's easier.
Bit of remix in there.
Yeah, all good. Just a little tech issue, but all sorted now.
No, that's all good, mate. Thanks for joining us, man. Much appreciated.
Pleasure, mate. Not a problem at all. I've got a little espresso with me as well, so I'll just sip that as we go.
That's it, mate. That's the best way.
How you guys been?
Oh, good, mate. And yourself?
Yeah, not bad. Little bit of cabin fever just now. We're kind of like lockdown extended and extended again. But nah, all good. Working away. Try to keep relatively fit. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
What's the situation where you guys are? What's happening? Are you guys completely locked down, or are you?
Nah, so it's actually a little bit different. So like, because Australia's being so big that we're actually like, there's like different sections to it. So at the moment in WA, we've actually just got lifted on restrictions. So we're actually allowed social gatherings and stuff now. Up to 10 people we're allowed at the moment. But yeah, we're starting to ease off on the restrictions. So we didn't quite go into full lockdown. Per se.
Yeah, we went down to social gatherings to 2 people only. So only for say fitness. That type of restriction, but like as Tommy said, it just got lifted on Monday, so now we have gatherings of 10 people. So luckily for us, we get to train tomorrow, so we're pretty over the moon at the moment. We can start training football again. Yeah,
so we can get into our little goalkeeper groups, and start doing some stuff, which is going to be
good,
awesome.
Makes a big difference.
Oh, definitely. So, like, Kenny, thanks for joining us on the show, man. What we want to do is basically we just want to talk about. Basically just go through your career, man, and just go through like all you've accomplished, and take you back, try and jog your memory on a few memories, and just talk you up, mate.
You go for it, my friend. You ask the questions, I'll do my best to answer. If either my dog or my kids go nuts, then hey, we'll just need to roll with it.
Nah, it's all good, mate. We completely understand. We've got kids of our own, so yeah. Luckily, none are here at the moment.
Our house is a little bit hectic just now, shall we say? A little touch hectic.
Yeah, no, I can understand that, definitely.
I guess I'm saying that. How is yourself and the family coping with the certain circumstances at the moment?
Yeah, we're okay. We're all right. No problem at all. It gets a little bit, what it's like. My kids are 5 and 2, so they get a little bit fed up of each other's company every now and again. I'm working from home, my wife's working from home, so it can get a wee touch tense, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
No.
There's other people in the world with miles more problems than that, so we're just getting on with it.
Yeah, I can understand that, mate. Yeah, no, I've got a 2-year-old myself, so I've hit them terrible too, so I know exactly what's up with you at the moment.
Mine is going to be the strongest minded little girl in the world, shall we say? She just objects to absolutely everything.
Oh yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got one of them myself. Yep.
It can be like I quite like my business education as much as my football education.
Yeah.
And I read a sales book to say that the sales strategy of a 2-year-old is up there with the best in the world because it's absolutely relentless. Gives no compromise. It's just, what's in your head, you're getting it, and I'll wear you down until you give me it type of thing. That's what happens to me on a daily basis, if I'm being honest.
Isn't it one of those funny things with being a parent? You're trying to use those outside influences, outside training, but when it comes to a 2-year-old, it's a different kettle of fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no preparation. You can read as many books and people can tell you what to do.
Nothing can prepare you for that.
Oh, no.
I take a silver medal on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Silver's better than nothing. So
that's it. Yeah, definitely.
So honestly, actually, you get to the end of the day with a 2-year-old and it feels it's harder than pre-season. You're kind of like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I've nothing left.
The bed is your best friend at the end of the day, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Get me to sleep. Start again tomorrow.
Even then, you have the left ear just listening out. You hear a noise like, oh, is that? No, so I can go relax now. All right. So, well, Kenny, let's start from the beginning. So, 1996. So, I do believe this is probably, I guess, one of your start of the career, and also where you're at now. So you want to talk us through? Yeah,
Partick Thistle. It's you went through the development system there, and you what was it like going through that system, and then finally actually ended up being a full-time contract and being the number one at the end of it. That's pretty awesome, because you don't hear many people going straight through the system up to the top goalie. That's you don't hear about it too often these days.
Yeah, I think. It seems a long time ago to start with, 1996. Wow. It's only when it's said in front of you that you kind of realise, that was a long time ago. Yeah, the youth system in Scotland or Britain at the time was massively different from the way it is just now. It was essentially you played sort of boys' club football. A pro club would take you in for an evening's training. You would develop on from that and become part of the sort of YTS system. It was called Youth Training Scheme System at 16, and that was 2 years for 50 quid and a bus pass and some pretty tough training. But it was a good grounding. There was good people about, and it instilled some really strong life values as much as football values. That sort of stood me in good stead. I've sort of said on record loads of times, I'll say it again now, I wasn't the best goalkeeper in the world by an absolute country mile, but I had a good work ethic. I was always determined to succeed. I would always try and eke out that extra 1% if I possibly could. I had a bit of resilience that let me stay the course, could sort of roll with the punches and deal with adversity quite well. Which we all know as a goalkeeper you just need to do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it was those traits more than my ability that got me a kind of little sniff in the first team. That was kind of how it all started for me.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, that was obviously your 11-year stint at Partick Thistle. It's a long time. And do you have any particular specific memories that you remember back in your playing time with Partick? Is there any particular memory that just pops straight to your mind that you remember playing?
Yeah, sure. There was loads of really positive occasions. It was longer than 11 years, to be fair. I think I turned up when I was 12 or 13, just into that kind of development system, and I left when I was 28.
Right. Okay.
Went full time at 16, signed my first pro when I was 18. So, it was a long time. It was a big part of my life for a very long time. It's a wonderful football club. There's been loads of highs in my career there, loads of lows also. I think for me, playing in the Premier League for Partick Thistle and contributing to a relatively successful team in that period was massive. It was a strange time. We kind of won the second division next season, won the first division next season, competed quite well in the Premier League. So you went from being, nothing and nowhere to competing against the best athletes in the country pretty quickly. And it was for much of a muchness the same squad of players that went through. There was certainly a core of players that went through. So the kind of bonds and friendships and overall successful period, that was really pleasing and something that stays with me.
Especially when you've been with a group of lads for that long, you pretty much, it's like your second family, isn't it? You kind of bond together and.
Yeah, you kind of get that. Like you guys will know, MD who's involved in football, sometimes you get a team that clicks. And he speaks about team spirit, and sometimes you don't. And it's a difficult one to bottle up and sort of figure out the recipe, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So we had a team that for the most part clicked as a group, and we were successful over that period.
Yeah, that's 11 years at a club. Well, like you said, longer. That's a good stint.
Yeah, it's definitely an amazing stint at a club. And there was something that we did read that we wanted to ask you about, and it was that apparently, when you left, you didn't get to say goodbye. What was?
I don't think it was as controversial as that. No, I'm a big believer that anything that happens in my life or anything that happened in my football career was my fault, was my responsibility.
Yeah.
The bottom line was I got dropped with 10 games to go in my last season because I was pretty horrendously bad in a game against Clyde.
Yeah.
And rightly so. So I didn't play the last 10 or 11 games, and I left the club in that summer. And that's not anybody else's fault other than me not being good enough at my job to stay in the team. And that's my fault, nobody else's.
It's the old times of the goalkeepers. You kind of just go through highs, you go through lows, and it is the we talked about last week with Connor O'Keefe about the mental side of the goalkeeping being such an important part of it. And it's definitely something that's become a lot more aware about in the modern game, and a lot of people are a lot more aware of how to deal with stuff on a mental level as well as a physical level, because we need to train our brains just as much as we train our bodies. And if we get that right balance, then we'll be able to deal with whatever is in front of us, and that's it's very difficult.
Yeah, 100% agree. I wasn't very good at it when I was younger. I couldn't, if I made a mistake in a game, I guarantee you we would lose the game. I didn't have the mechanism to be able to turn a negative that happens into a relatively positive performance. When I got a bit older, I did. But sometimes it's a bit late to figure things out.
How do you find that now, Kenny? Obviously going with, I know we said we'll start at the start, but I just want to jump in now. So now you're coaching the younger kids with obviously a mental side of football between goalkeepers too on the pitch. How do you find that with coaching and with the younger goalkeepers and the squad now, developing those mental edge things? So, you might concede a goal and coming back from that. Obviously, it's changed a lot since, 20 years ago, 10 years ago playing football to now.
Yeah, sure. I think there's been a lot of changes. I'm a big believer that there's no such thing as failure. There's just an opportunity to learn how to do it better. And that sounds a bit cliched, and it sounds a bit, that's easy to say until you drop across in front of 60,000 people and everybody boos you at home.
Yeah.
But I didn't quite get it when I was younger. It took me too long to get over mistakes. It took me too long to be able to kind of roll with the punches and deal with adversity and that type of thing. It was only when I got a bit older I was kind of like, does it really, really matter? Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's an opportunity to learn how to do it better next time. Doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make you a bad goalkeeper, but it's important to analyse it, rationalise it, learn from it, and then move forward at becoming better. And I think that's really important, and to be able to frame it in that way, I see that as a big part of my responsibility to the goalkeepers that I work with or deal with in a kind of business capacity, because we all know it's a tough position, it's a tough sport. Bad times, it's not easy to do, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely, mate. Like, I think the goalkeeper just in general it's almost like a separate game in itself. Just that position is such an individual and specific, unique role within football, and it's it definitely takes a special person to get between the sticks, and that's why we do this podcast, just to appreciate all them people that get stuck between the sticks. And it's a bloody tough gig, but takes a lot of loves it. All right, what's next, Yatesy?
So we're going to take you back to 2003. You got the call up for Scotland.
Ooh.
So how, just for I guess our local Perth boys here in WA and Australia, how does that call up process go, and the training and all that type of side of it?
Yeah, the sort of story before it's quite interesting. So it was the season that Partick Thistle, we got into the Premier League and were competing quite well, but the previous 2 years we'd played the second division, won it, played the first division, won it, came through. So it coincided with, I was at uni in the afternoons doing a degree in risk management as my sort of fallback from football if I wasn't good enough type of thing. And it sort of went, as you went through that process, we got better as a team, I got better as a goalkeeper, and eventually got called into some national squads that season. It was quite a surreal experience. I got called into the manager's office at Partick Thistle. The manager, iconic football manager in Scotland, John Lambie.
Yep.
Sadly no longer with us, but if he called you into his office, you were normally in a bit of trouble. That was kind of I could just imagine kind of going along this corridor going, I don't think I've done anything wrong, but this could be, I could be in for anything here. Chapped his door. Gaffer, how you doing? You wanted to see me. He's like, you've been called up for Scotland, here's your letter.
Brilliant.
I'll see you when you get back, type of thing. I was like, what do you mean? But then it caused me a couple of problems, because I had a bit of coursework ready to go that had to be handed in at uni, and I had to phone up my lecturer and go, listen, I need an extension. And he was like, why do you need an extension for your coursework? I was like, well, I've been called up for Scotland. He's like, no, you've not. Uni students don't get called up to play national team soccer or national team football. So I had to do a bit of convincing to actually get that extension for my paper. Eventually did, and went away and had a great time with the squad. It was another kind of evolution in that 3-season period where you just kept on raising the bar a little bit each time.
Did you find that time training with the national team kind of developed you as a goalkeeper, gave you that kind of bit different edge?
It certainly showed me what really good footballers were like.
Yeah.
So I worked hard and did okay, and I was 6'4", and I played in the Premier League, and I was having a good season, and I kind of sneaked into the squads, if I'm being honest. But training with those players who played Premier League in England or played for Rangers and Celtic, and other clubs as well, to be fair, it really did show what a very, very good football player looked like. And if I'm being honest, it maybe illustrated to me how far away I was from that level. I saw it as kind of big motivation at the time to get better and get up to that level, but it certainly highlighted for me what a top player looked like.
Yeah, no, perfect. Yeah, no, it's bang on. Like that's awesome. Like I think there's no higher honour than getting that recognition from your past. Them couple of seasons where you've played well, you've got a few promotions, and getting that recognition to get called up for your country, I think is an awesome thing, and it's definitely not something that gets handed out to anybody. So definitely something to be very proud of there. So following that, so we're going back to after your stint at Partick Thistle, your long stint, you went down. You actually had, was it 287 appearances we've got for Partick Thistle?
Yeah, we're round about that.
Yeah,
we're round about that, touching 300.
Yeah, and it's a lot of games. Definitely a lot of games. And it's a
lot of football.
Yeah, it's a lot of football. Yeah,
it was good. It was good fun. It was good fun. Overall, a really positive experience. It was good fun. I was dead fortunate after I left. I got the opportunity to go and play in England.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. It was a different league, a different country, different stadiums, different players. So Scottish football, there's 10 teams in a league. You kind of know everybody. You've been to every stadium. You've played against most players a few times at least.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting to go down to England and to compete in a completely different setting. I found it refreshing. I found it kind of gave me a new lease of life. I remember playing in a game for Accrington Stanley, and I couldn't remember if we were playing Mansfield or Macclesfield because they both play in the same colour, and I didn't know any of the players anyway, and they sort of sounded the same. But I quite liked that. It was just a fresh start after a long time in Scotland, and I played for some great clubs down south with some great people, and really enjoyed the experience.
With the transition, obviously, like you said, so Scotland to England, was the actual football different, or was it relatively the same, just a different setting, like you said?
A little bit of both. I think from when I remember, when I went down south, as we call it, down to England, there's miles more games. So we play a 36 game season in Scotland. It's a 44 game season plus cup games in England.
Wow.
Example, I broke my leg, missed 4 months in the first season, and still played 27 games. So it's like, how does that happen?
Yeah, that's one of the things that we did. Yeah, definitely found, and we didn't want to bring up. Yeah. So what actually happened there? So how did you break your leg?
Yeah, it was quite innocuous. We were playing Bradford away. Somebody went clean through from the halfway line. We were winning 3-0 at the time.
Yeah.
I've tried to stay up in a 1-on-1 situation. So I tried to read it. I thought he was going across me to my right. Planted my leg quite heavily to go right. And he sort of scuffed it almost slightly to my left back at me. So basically, I've sort of twisted to make a save, and my leg just caught in the ground. So yeah, a bit weird. I think I'd gone down with a knock. Maybe came for a cross and got a knock 5 minutes earlier. So I stayed down for a little while. I was fine, but we were winning 3-0, so it was like, right,
just suck up the time.
Then a minute to half time that happened, so I was in trouble. And obviously all the fans away ground think he's at it. I was getting a bit of stick as well from what I remember.
As you would,
In saying that though, obviously you've had 2013 is when you retired, but to come back from a broken leg, Kenny, that's
in the same season to come back and still play games is unreal. Like that's
mentally and physically to come back from a broken leg.
Yeah, I've said this a few times. So I kind of injury wise, a couple of finger breaks that weren't very pleasant. Broke my leg. I think the worst one was slipping a disc when I was a bit older. I didn't find the process of being injured that difficult. So by that I mean you have a week or so you need to get your head round it, and you're like, right, I'm going to be out for a while. And then you get into the process of what your rehab is. And don't get me wrong, I never had a career-threatening injury. I always kind of was like, you've done this, here's the process to get back, get through the process. What I found really challenging was after the 3, 4, 5 month injury period, when you were back on the pitch training with the team, and it felt like a new sport. It was like, how have I worked that hard in the gym to be this bad and ineffective? And you have like 2 or 3 weeks where it's like, this is a new sport. The ball is travelling at 100 miles an hour at me. I'm miles off it, and eventually it clicks back together. But I found that really, really challenging. More so than being injured in the first place, if I'm being honest.
I guess it's a bit like riding a bike, isn't it? You know, when you ride a bike, you kind of stop for a couple of years and you jump back on it again. It takes
bit wobbly.
Bit rusty, shall we say? Rusty.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's what we're going to probably find out very shortly when we start.
That's what I'm worried about tomorrow. I think I'm going to be very
There's going to be a few goalkeepers find out the exact same thing.
Yeah, definitely the too many beers and the guts son.
There's no amount of 5k runs can make you ready for a goalkeeper fitness session. That is for sure.
That's Kenny. That's what we were talking about actually. Before and off camera as well is, you know, my state team, all the boys are doing, you know, 6k runs and doing interval training, but as a goalkeeper, the physical and the fitness side is completely different to what, say, a midfielder would be. You're right. There's going to be a lot of sore abs and sore bodies.
We're going to be sore tomorrow. I can tell you that.
There'll be a few broken bodies. That is for sure. A few people pretty low as they go through the initial phase back in. Like I remember those pre-seasons well, where it was kind of like, I love my goalkeeper training. I really do. I always have. But I remember going through a few pre-seasons going, I can't get up this morning to do that again. I just can't do it. And you find a way, but it's never, it's not much fun.
And I actually told my goalkeeper coach the other day that I want him to work me really hard tomorrow, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes.
I told him that was a big mistake.
It was funny. My kind of, and my tactic, if I was really struggling, was to try and start some conversation around a piece of goalkeeping technique, and all the goalkeepers kind of get into a little bit of debate, and you might get a couple of extra minutes break if you're lucky.
There you go. There's Kenny's technique. That's what we'll use.
I'm just taking a couple of notes here.
Take notes.
Down for a second so I can...
It's funny now. I'm coaching as well. I kind of see it other people, see other people doing it back. I'm kind of going, I invented that game. You can't do that one.
Can't play that.
Yeah, you can't kid a kidder.
So, normally a Monday morning, did you see the hair at the weekend? Where I'm going, no, we'll speak about this later.
After training. After when you're lying on the floor asking, can we please stop now?
So this is where I've kind of triggered back the date, but was it 2008 you started your own company, so it's KA Goalkeeping? Was it 2008?
In terms of a specific date, I have got absolutely no clue.
Okay.
It started off as a kind of semi-serious hobby while I was coming to the end of my playing career.
Yeah. And
it evolved on from there as a proper business. It's now 4 years old as a proper company, proper business entity. It's called Kaliaaer now as well. Can you see the jumper?
Yeah. There you go. Like that.
So it's kind of evolved in cycles. I think it started right at the start when it was only a kind of hobby project, if you like. It came from that, I'm not going to retire from football and have, and be able to retire and not do anything. So I was always looking for something else that I would need to do and enjoy doing. as I said, I did a degree in risk management when I was 20s. I started doing an MBA just when I finished playing, just to give me a kind of solid grounding in running a business. It's great fun. It's every waking moment. I'm quite geeky about my goalkeeper gloves and my kit and my, I really like it. We've got a really cool brand, and we're doing quite well. We'll just keep on going and try and disrupt and give the goalkeeping community some brilliant quality, innovative products that make a difference. To me, that's what it came back from. I kind of went, I spent so long playing football. I know how tough it is to be a goalkeeper. It can be a horribly sad, lonely position. So if we can put tech and spec back into the products that make it a bit easier, from the kids all the way through, then that's a worthwhile cause for me, and delighted to do it.
No, for sure, mate. Is there any story behind the name of it?
Kaliaaer. It was a little bit of KA was my initials, and a little bit of my business partner came up with the rest of it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Sounds quite cool, sounds quite funky.
Yeah.
It's multi-language, that helps from a business perspective.
Yeah.
We're having a lot of fun with it.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we've definitely seen it on like Twitter and stuff like that. You're doing a lot of giveaways, a lot of catch of the days, design your own glove as well. Did you see any of our? There's just been a design your own kit one. That's why I was a little bit late on this call. There you go.
The design your own kit one just gone live. It comes back to our whole philosophy, methodology, reason for existence, whatever you call it. And for us, it was, can we make the life of a goalkeeper better, easier? Because we know it's a tough sport. So that's in a normal environment. That's the product we release. That's the service we provide. It's the spec and the tech we put in it. When we go into this kind of COVID-19 lockdown phase, it's how can we help as many goalkeepers as possible? Like, we can't go out and train. We're not allowed to play. Can we have some fun comps that give people a little bit of break from the monotony or the boredom, and get stuck into some goalkeeping stuff, even though we can't go out and about as much. So delighted to do that. We'll do as many as we can until we get through this, and they seem to have been well received.
Yeah, definitely. I've designed a few pair of gloves and submitted them, and did a few catch of the days. Old Tommygun trying to get out there. Have you seen any of mine?
I've seen yours.
Oh, there you go. What did you think? You're
moving well, to be fair. You'll do okay.
There you go. I've got Kenny Arthur's seal of approval.
For under 6 foot, mate. Well done.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You're breaking the norm as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, the 5'8" goalie. Yeah, he's going somewhere.
Yeah, I'm 6'4". I just couldn't jump. That was the only problem.
Yeah, there we go. 6'4". That's a good height.
That's same height as me.
Yeah, there you go.
Kenny. Yeah, I'm 6'4".
Yeah, I'm jealous.
You look quite agile and athletic, though. I was kind of like,
thank you.
Relatively decent hands and a big frame. That was kind of all I had going for me.
It's funny though, Kenny. I find shop stopping I find perfect, but it's just that confidence of coming out for those corners. Anything in that 6-yard box is mine, I'm fine, but it's just outside the penalty spot where really it should be yours, but for some reason I'm just worried I'm going to fluff it and completely miss it. As a tall goalkeeper, I know it sounds silly, I don't know what it is outside penalty spot. I struggle with that. To be honest.
It's an interesting philosophy, isn't it? It's I always found that depending on what level of football you play or get to, depends on how effective you can be coming for crosses. Really, because the quality of delivery gets better and better and better and better and better.
Yeah, of course.
The higher level you play. Like, I look at the English Premier League that we see most on the telly over here. Teams don't just put the ball in the box willy-nilly.
Not anymore.
When it comes in, it's quality. And because that quality comes in, it makes it so difficult. You don't see many modern day commanding goalkeepers that come for 8, 9, 10 crosses a game anymore, purely because of the quality of ball that comes in the box. It's changed times.
Well, that's it. Well, I always think of Peter Schmeichels for United. Coming out for some of the crosses and just he demanded that spot.
He come out for everything though. He played crazy.
Even for corners of opposition when he punched the ball in for the goal. But, I won't talk about that. So speaking of kits, a little bit off topic here, Kenny. Do you have a favourite kit that you like or a favourite colour scheme? Are you a full all one colour?
Oh, there we go.
I was wondering what that was. So
yeah.
I like it.
I kept very, very little from my football career. Very little. In fact, practically nothing. But my dad bought me that when I was 8 years old. So that was when I was coming through. The goalkeeper at the local team that we went to watch wore that. Oh, it's an old Umbro shirt.
Okay,
wore that Umbro kit. I found it in a sports shop. It was about 4 sizes too big for me. I begged and begged and begged to get it.
Classic.
And like I kind of wore it in any game until it became too small for me, and it's very recently been stuck in a frame. I think my kids put it in a frame for me for Father's Day.
Brilliant.
So it's my favourite kit of all time.
What's the team?
I always liked a bit of yellow as well. I liked an all yellow kit and a kit with some yellow in it. That's probably where it came from.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't get to do it that often at Partick Thistle. Like Partick's colours are yellow and red, so you'd no chance of getting a yellow kit. It was kind of my first request. The first club I got to when I left was, can I have a yellow goalkeeper kit?
Yeah.
All right, okay. I was like, I've never had one of these before. This is brilliant. So no, that's my favourite by miles.
Are you a big fan of the all matching? So like like yellow, you like yellow top, shorts, socks, gloves, boots, everything.
I do like a kit set.
Yeah.
So yellow, or a red.
Yeah.
I'm a bit ashamed to admit this because it goes against the kind of era I was brought up in. I do like to match my boots and my gloves up.
There we go. Yes.
Not that fussed. I don't really mind whether my gloves match my kit. But if my kit was all yellow and my boots and my gloves matched, I would think I would be looking, pretty good for that after the
I'm the same, Kenny. I'm a sucker for an all red kit. Just all red. I've got the Adidas Predators, so kind of the reddy blacky, and with the matching gloves, red gloves as well. It just, if you feel the part, it's confidence. Confidence is key.
I think that's the part. Yeah, just feeling good, play good, kind of type of thing. Like I love wearing a bright kit because I'm a small goalkeeper. I like wearing the fluoros, bright, modern. Oh, I'd say modern, but it's almost like a twist on back on the older kits. So they're really olden days, bright colours, wacky designs.
I don't think anybody was getting brighter than Jorge Campos, and he played 15 years ago now. So
I'll definitely chuck a picture up on the podcast for that, just so people can appreciate what kind of kit that was.
It was off the scale bright, the type of kits he produced.
And he was a small goalkeeper too. He was only
wasn't big by any stretch.
He definitely was under 6 foot. So there you go.
Well, it's funny though, the amount of actually. Well, when I think of a short goalkeeper, the first one comes to is Barthez.
Barthez, yeah.
Manchester United player. Funny that.
He was 5'11" or something.
Played for the World Cup for France and everything. Or he was only a short goalkeeper. Yeah. But if you made a mistake on the pitch, we'll let you know about it.
Oh yeah, fire out, yeah.
Point and yell at you.
All right, so what we're going to do is we'll take a quick break, and then we'll touch base with Kenny, and then we'll be back very shortly, everyone. All right, everyone, and we're back here with Kenny Arthur, still joining us via Skype. Thanks very much, man, for sticking around. It's been awesome, mate, chatting with you. Definitely, you've put a lot of effort into all of your products that we'll just chat about in the break, but we'll definitely get them back out, and we'll have a bit of a chat about them further. But let's go back onto your career, mate. Let's get back into down in England. So you started at Accrington Stanley. I can't pronounce it. I'm terrible.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. So you had we've marked down 66 appearances for Stanley. That's because that's easiest for me to say. And then you've gone on to Rochdale. What was it like there?
Interesting. No, I went down to England, played for Accrington for a couple of years.
Yeah.
The kind of first thing I noticed actually from moving from Scotland to England was if I was in the tunnel or on the pitch, I would pretty much be the tallest, if not one of the tallest players.
Yeah.
When I went down to England, I was just like the same as everybody else. If not, there was a couple of really big guys, and most people were 6'2", 6'3". it was the kind of biggest thing I noticed when I went down. How many taller humans there were playing, which obviously makes penalty box football more interesting for us goalkeepers.
Oh yes,
I loved my time at Accrington Stanley. But just such good people. It was a club that was punching above its weight, which for a goalkeeper in that situation, it's quite nice. You're busy every game.
Yeah,
you've got lots to do. You're going to make 6, 7, 8 saves a game to get anything out it.
Yeah,
and we did quite well. We stayed up in League Two both seasons. They've since progressed on. Wonderful club. Did quite well. Got a move to Rochdale. Didn't have the best of times there, if I'm being honest. I kind of slipped a disc after. I think I played 20 games. Slipped a disc. We ended up getting promotion out of League Two. I still got the medal someplace, but didn't really feel like I earned it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So it was quite tough. Stayed a season, left at the end of the season. It was another little example of what a really good goalkeeper looks like, though.
Yeah.
So when I was injured, they signed Tom Heaton on loan from Manchester United at the time, and he was just so much better than I could ever have been, even on my best day. And such a wonderful human being as well. He kind of epitomises the kind of goalkeepers union, good human being, very humble, but such a top athlete, and no wonder he's playing in the Premier League to this day.
Yeah, no, he's still going and he's still going strong, man.
Yeah,
no, that's awesome. Now did you actually, especially with working so many top quality goalkeepers over your career, do you feel like you do benefit obviously from, playing and training with better goalkeepers? Do you reckon it brought out a better Kenny, or did it kind of just more like, oh crap, or did it like realise like, oh, I'm not up to that level, and does it play on you mentally?
No, it's a great question.
Yeah.
I think at the time, like goalkeeping, to develop into being a really top goalkeeper, such an incremental. You need to knock that 1% and keep knocking that 1%. You don't go from there to there. It's impossible. So if you end up in an environment playing with or training with a top player when you're not there or not there yet, you kind of go, how? I can try as hard as I like, but how do I get to that level? It's maybe when you kind of move forward and that scenario, you move to a different club and you start putting in things that somebody else did into your own game, and you start seeing that 1% gain, and you start getting better yourself.
Well,
that's what happened to me. That was what happened to me.
It's good. I've always been a firm believer of when I've surrounded myself with good goalkeepers, and also like I have surrounded myself with obviously like goalkeepers that were good but not necessarily the best people, but when you get a good balance of great goalkeepers with that actually gave a crap about the game and goalkeepers union and stuff like that,
good goalkeeper coaches too.
and good goalkeeper coaches, and it just all gels together and everybody helps each other, and it's just a great culture to be in, and it's just
no, I'd agree. I think my point I was trying to make was when you work with a top player, you kind of go, it probably will be making me better. A little bit, but I'm never getting to the level you're at. I'm never able to bridge that gap quickly enough. So it does bring you on, but you certainly don't jump quickly enough to be at top level.
Can feel you there. All right, so a few more clubs down there, and then we'll just go to Scotland. So you came back to Aird United. It's pronounced Aird, isn't it?
It's pronounced Airdrie.
Airdrie. There you go.
So I've played for Rochdale, left, went to Grimsby for a couple of years. Struggled with injury, if I'm being honest. The kind of slipped disc from when I was at Rochdale was okay, but if I'm being honest, I'd never had a problem with hamstring injuries before that, and I had 6 or 7 small tears in a very short space of time after that. So it was always just kind of like, I'm just struggling a little bit. Wonderful football club. They were in the conference at the time, which is one league below League Two. They just dropped out of the league before I went. Great fan base, great club, lot of history. We probably didn't do well enough as a team during that period, but still have a lot of fond memories of being there. back up the road, as they say, back to Scotland. And then I played for Airdrie and Annan. Both of those were part-time clubs, so was able to get stuck into developing the goalkeeper glove business each day, and trained 2 or 3 nights a week for a game on a Saturday. So it was a different experience. It was the first time I'd been a part-time player since I was at school, if I was being honest. Again, really enjoyed it. I didn't do as much training. Probably that was okay, because I was mid to late 30s by that point, and couldn't really do that much training, if you know what I mean. Still really enjoyed playing when I was fit and able to. And I think during that period I kind of just figured out the mental side of the game, that it was better to be nice and calm, that it was better just to try and help the defenders in front of me instead of losing my rag whenever they didn't do exactly what I wanted them to do. I just, mistakes didn't bother me as much. I just felt a lot calmer. I remember Tim Flowers, so the famous goalkeeper in the UK, won the Premier League with Blackburn. And he said, just when you've figured out how to play the game, it's when your body gives up. And I felt that. I thought, I've just about figured this out here. Like, I'm kind of I'm enjoying my games. I kind of, I feel nice and calm and nice and relaxed, and I'm actually playing better as a result of this. And then, your time catches up with you, and it's not possible to do it anymore. So, 2 good clubs. Part-time was interesting, but still managed to play quite a chunk of games.
When you're with Aldred United, you played against your former team, the Jags.
Wasn't a great afternoon, no. Wasn't much fun.
I wasn't going to mention that. How did it go with obviously going into the stadium? Obviously the fans knew who you were. And
we'll tell all the guys. So I played one game against Partick Thistle after we lost. After I left. We lost 7-1. No, we lost 7-0. We were 5-0 down at half time. I think it was the last goal. I might as well have picked it up and thrown it in the net. It was that ineffective a piece of goalkeeping. By that point, I was mentally all over the place. It shows how goalkeeping can be quite a lonely experience. I think social media was prevalent at that time, so my Twitter account blew up at night. And I think I was replying to Partick Thistle fans in private messages saying, we still need to play you another 3 times, just remember that wins. So it wasn't a great day. It was a red hot Partick Thistle team. Funnily enough, when I went back to the club as a coach, there was still a few of the players there who'd played in that game. I can't actually remember the game. I think we played Aberdeen last game of the season. And Aberdeen were red hot and were winning quite handsomely by half time. I remember just saying to one of the lads that played in the game against me, see what it feels like now. We all know, but football, if it goes a little bit wrong, it can go a big bit wrong. We've all been there, and we all know it's tough to deal with. But it's happened to everybody that's ever pulled on a pair of gloves.
Definitely.
Not a very pleasant afternoon, that's for sure.
No, I think I maybe had 1 or 2, obviously at my low level of football, but had a couple of games of that when it just the half time, just like, well, as long as I don't concede more I did in the first half than the second, that's a small win.
We've all had them games. But so did you said you did play part time with Annan Athletic, but you were also coaching at Queen of the South at the time as well. You were juggling that as well, weren't you?
Yeah, I did a lot of juggling at that particular period in time. So we were developing the glove business. I was studying for a Masters at uni. I played part-time for Annan, which was a couple of training sessions in the evening. And Queen of the South were still a full-time club, but I only had a kind of part-time gig, so I had a couple of mornings with the goalkeepers there. I really enjoyed it. I quite liked that from having a kind of football career where you had one club, one thing, one focus, to kind of have a bit more I don't know, a bit more freedom, a bit more creativity, that you played someplace, coached someplace else, developed a business, went to uni. It was nice to kind of have a full-rounded existence instead of just being a completely focused football player.
Yeah, a bit of variety in your life.
Yeah, it was nice. Having 20 years of being really single-minded, and from when you wake up to when you go to bed, it's about how can I be a better football player, better goalkeeper, better athlete. It was nice to have something a little bit different for a period of time.
Change your mindset.
Yeah, definitely. Did you find the transition between, obviously, to the player to a coach? Was it an easy transition, or was it just something that you took a lot of responsibility in, or you had to take a step back and analyze and try to figure out things to change that, or what? Yeah. So
I think if you talk about it from an ability point of view, then coaching's completely different to playing.
Yeah.
Every day's a school day. You're always looking to learn, develop, improve, get better. So it's not as easy as I'm going to stop playing and start being a coach and I'm going to be great at it. That just doesn't happen.
No.
In terms of mentally, in terms of just, I'm not a football player anymore, I'm now a coach, I didn't have any problem with it at all, if I'm being honest. I played till I couldn't play anymore, and I was completely at peace with that. I think every now and again, as a kind of goalkeeper coach, you're sometimes made to join in training if somebody's injured or not there for a particular occasion, and that always reminded me very quickly that my time as a player was most certainly over and should not be ever brought back. Well,
speaking of that, Kenny, I do believe was it 2014-15 with Queen of the South. You actually were named on the sub bench there.
That is true. Yeah, somebody was either injured or cup tied. I can't remember which. Must have been injured. So I was kind of on the bench, did the warm up, and I was absolutely. I've never been more relieved in a football game.
That final.
If I'm being honest, when the third sub went on, I was like, here we go. I think I said to the goalkeeper that was playing, if you get stretchered off today, I'm tipping you off the stretcher on the way past. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. Fortunately not required.
Just that relief, just the final whistle was like, that's it.
As soon as 3 subs were on and there was no chance of being required, it was fuel.
Yeah, relax, it reminds me of the same feeling you get, when you're in a tight game and you're 1-0 up and that final whistle goes and you're like, thank God, all right, we've got the clean sheet, we've got the win.
It's an interesting little couple of days, actually. I think it was, at the club on the Friday, I think it was the kind of chief exec or sort of phoned and said, listen, can you go on the bench for this game tomorrow? I was like, no problem, like, whatever you need, not a problem. He's like, well, we can't sign you as an amateur because you've not been an amateur since you left being a professional, so you need to sign a professional contract to play. And I was like, right, that's fine, no problem, just like send the paperwork. And he's like, there has to be a monetary amount in the contract. And I was like, right, what can I put £1 a week on it? I was like, that's fine, it's not about that, I'm quite happy to help. So someplace in the filing cabinet I've got a contract this thick for £1 a week. It maybe shows my value as a player at that time. I think I was probably overpaid for that game.
You don't give yourself enough credit, Katie.
No, that's 100% true and factual.
Well, in saying that though, at the end of 2015, you did get introduced to the Hall of Fame down in Jags. That's got to be something to it, eh? Bit of credit there.
Yeah, massive. I say that's a massive achievement because there's been some phenomenally good football players came through Partick Thistle. There's most certainly been loads more deserving candidates than me to get into the Hall of Fame at that time. So to be inducted was really, really special to me.
No, it definitely would be, mate. That's a huge achievement. To some of the names on the list that I looked at for Partick Thistle was just insane. It's just some of the names that my granddad would talk about back in Scotland. So it's absolutely crazy. But no, it's definitely a massive achievement, mate. And so obviously that leads us into back to your return to the Jags. So you've gone full circle. You started your career, and now you're back at the Jags and the current goalkeeper coach at the moment. So did it feel good coming back to Partick Thistle after everything that you've achieved?
Yeah, it was one of those, when the opportunity presented itself.
Yeah,
it's something that I just couldn't walk past. It was an absolute no-brainer decision.
Yeah,
to do it, and it's a no-brainer decision for as long as they want me to be at the club. Yeah. I would gladly be there. It means that much to me. It's a really special place, great fans, going through some difficult times of late, and we're all pulling in the right direction to sort of change that going forward. So yeah, I genuinely can't speak highly enough of Partick Thistle as a football club. I actually remember when I was a kid, the goalkeeper who wore this top played for Hamilton Accies. That was my kind of local team.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I remember like Hamilton would play against Partick Thistle. My dad would take us to the games, and I remember going to Firhill back when it was the old terracing one stand.
Yeah.
Like the fan base was so much bigger than what I'd seen before. It was so noisy, so lively. I was kind of bitten by the bug even back then. So
yeah,
when I had a few clubs when I was a youth player that were kind of interested, and it was, it just felt right even back when I was a teenager, and still does now.
Well, that stadium's gone through a few changes, hasn't it? There's been like rugby union. Do you believe it was a greyhound track at one stage or something like that back in the?
I'm not sure about a greyhound track. I'm not sure. If Wikipedia says that, then I'll believe it. They played some rugby on it, that's for sure. Yeah. I'm not sure if it was a greyhound track. I genuinely don't know.
No, it's awesome though. Like the full circle, I think it's awesome. Like it is the club that you've spent most of your time at, and you've obviously had a massive connection to the club as well. And I think that the fact that you can go full circle, play as a player, and then come back as a goalkeeper coach, and then be a Hall of Famer as well. I think it just shows like it just shows the whole. Basically the achievement and the massive achievement that you've done, and I don't think you give yourself enough credit there, Kenny, because it is a massive achievement. And I think Partick Thistle, are not a small club by any means. They've got a big fan base, and I remember going there as a kid as well, and it was a real decent stadium, and they did pack it out. There was a lot of fans there, and they have a massive following there, and definitely a massive achievement there. But yeah, what we're going to get onto now is a couple of easy cheeky questions, and then we'll start talking about some gloves as well.
I like these ones.
Mate, Tommy, might I start this off because this is my favourite question.
Yatesy loves to ask this one to all our guests.
So Kenny, I'd like to know, mate, your favourite football movie.
Ooh. My favourite football movie?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a tough one. I'm going to go. This is a bizarre one. I'm going to go Escape to Victory. Sylvester Stallone in goal.
Oh yeah,
when he was in goals.
You know what I mean? It was kind of Rocky Balboa meets football, all in a one-up. I liked that. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, wasn't Sylvester like he was like a G.I. Joe, and they needed to get him into the team so he could escape and do that stuff. So they trained him, and Pelé was in it too, wasn't he?
Any movie with Sylvester Stallone in it's good enough for me. If he plays in goals at the same time, it's a double winner.
That was the first when I first started playing football. My old man, that was the first movie he ever showed me.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
That movie. Yeah, I do believe that's our first podcast interview. Cyril Shamrock. That was his favourite movie too.
Yeah.
So, my favourite movie is Mean Machine.
Yeah.
Jason Statham was the monk.
Yeah. The monk. Gotta love the monk.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite keeper? So like somebody that you maybe idolised when you were growing up at all, or maybe even your favourite keeper now?
Favourite goalkeeper of all time is Gigi Buffon by a country mile.
Yeah.
He's just the coolest guy in the world and seems to be the nicest human in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got a bottle of Buffon red wine that I used to open. One of the goalkeepers I work with, Thomas Czerny, who plays for Aberdeen, it kind of got me as a little gift from a trip to Italy, and I can't bring myself to open it. It sort of sits in the kitchen looking nice.
That's awesome.
No, he was absolute hero. I kind of wore Puma boots when I played and bought them myself because he did, and I might have put some Vaseline in my hair to slick it back. He's top.
He's still playing. He's still
incredible.
In his 40s, still at still playing top league is just insane.
I have to say as well, I had a bit of a man crush on Mark Schwarzer as well. He's been Aussie. When he was at Fulham, and it was, he was coming to the end of his career. He completely changed his diet. He changed his whole body shape as a result of that, and probably the best period of his career at that time. I remember reading something about he was a half volleyer, and he practiced a side volley for a year before he brought it out in a Premier League game. And I was kind of like going, I get that. That just clicks with me. I need to do that. I would need to practice something for a year before I stuck it in a game. The fact that he played so long and was in such good condition. When I was still playing, I kind of had a lot of, I think empathy is probably the right word. Took a lot of what he was doing and tried to put it into my game. So he was a hero for a period as well.
He's Aussie legend for goalkeeping.
Another one at the moment, Matty Ryan.
Matty Ryan. He's going to be topping up there as well, but he's not at Schwarzer level yet.
No, not height either. Again, we bring that height thing in our goalkeeper chat so much because it's I think it's a common myth with the goalkeepers. Just because you're tall and 6'4",
doesn't make you good.
No, it's your technique.
Well, look at you, mate.
But no, I would agree with that. Just because you're 6 feet whatever doesn't make you good. It is technique, athletic development, and lots of other things as well. But when you add the full package in, and you're also 6'6", and you have somebody like Manuel Neuer, the full package, that then takes it to a different level still.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that obviously the next thing with the way football's changing as a goalkeeper, you're pretty much expected to play a sweeper. The amount of emphasis that, especially in...
You have to be insanely good with your feet.
In WA, in our league at the moment, you need to be able to be good on your feet, and your distribution, your passing under pressure. It's just interesting how football as a goalkeeper has changed in the last couple of years. How have you noticed that with your coaching?
I think the biggest one I see just in the general goalkeeping community was what happened to Joe Hart at Man City when Pep Guardiola came in. Now, Joe Hart for me is a kind of UK football person, is a great goalkeeper. He's also a great kicker of the ball. We would have said 5 years ago, 6 years ago, Joe Hart's brilliant with the ball at his feet. He's a great kicker. He can clip any area of the park. His side volley's brilliant. And Pep deemed him not good enough to play with the ball at his feet. What was reported in the press.
It's insane.
I think that shows how the game's evolved. If that story's true, people who were deemed as brilliant or certainly good enough with the ball at their feet 5 years ago, it's moved on again, and you have to be able to almost play as a midfielder type of thing. It feels like to be at a top club just now.
Speaking of like Man City, Edison's left foot though is just a bomb. I just can't believe how far he can kick that bloody thing with his left foot. I'm just like,
and the accuracy behind it too. Pinpoint.
That's insane. I'm just like, I can't even kick half that distance with my left foot, and I'm left-footed.
Every now and again you see a picture, like a still picture of him instead of a video.
I'll
tell you what, he's got the biggest quads I've ever seen in my life. Honestly though, he's such a well-developed athlete. It's like, wow. There's a lot of time spent in the gym to be able to kick the ball that far, as much as technique and as much as time, and it's like the full package.
Muscle memory.
It goes a long way, doesn't it?
I think that's where they've got that elite athlete down pack, where they've got the right technique, where they're getting it so far with the technique, but then you add on the absolute strength and muscle behind that, and then that's what
conditioning and all
that stuff. And then that just adds it that extra few yards, and that's what's separating an average goal kick to a bloody, nearly hitting the opponent's penalty box with an assist.
That's it. Well, that's what comes down to winning games, isn't it? It's just those 1 or 2 assists from a goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's absolutely
they can win games.
Absolutely crazy. Goalkeeper assists is definitely something that we love to chat about. Have you ever had any in your career, Kenny, that pops into mind?
Well, there must have been 1 or 2, but it doesn't. It doesn't spring to mind that easily. I always as I got a little bit older, I think it was Grimsby onwards.
Yeah,
I started to really kind of focus a bit more on can I play with the ball at my feet.
Yeah.
It used to drive the goalkeeper coach and manager there a little bit nuts that you would invariably have me try 4 or 5 side volleys in a small game, whether it's on or not on, just to practice it. And I remember the goalkeeper coach being sent round one session to say, tell him to stop hitting side volleys, tell him just to throw the ball out.
Yeah.
I was kind of going, not going to happen, going to try another one.
That's what training's for, practice.
Yeah, I love it. Because I remember the same. I think I had the same with my coach at the same time. Because I kept just kicking the ball long, and he's just like, "Stop kicking the ball long, pass it out." Because the player, and especially in Western Australia, is everybody wants to play from the back. Like every coach, that's what they want to do. Especially when you hit the semi-professional level, everybody wants to keep the possession of the ball, play from the back, and that seems to be what everybody wants to do. So if I try to do a long goal kick, I get screamed for it. Which is quite funny.
You've got to play what you've got to play.
Yeah.
You've got to play what you see.
Yeah, that's it.
Sometimes the short option is the right option, but sometimes you do see that little glimmer of hope and the stars shine, and you just pick that pass, which is perfect.
Just the bomb.
Yeah, you do. You see it over here quite a lot that Man City do it really, really well. If they're trying to play from the back, if teams really load in on top of them, then Ederson or Clidell Bravo.
Yeah,
they can't hit the long one. They just miss that press. Yeah, so teams can't really go nibble in too much.
Yeah.
It's an interesting dynamic how the game evolves or has evolved and will continue to evolve.
Yeah, for sure.
How that affects the goalkeepers.
How do you guys, again as a goalkeeper coach, with us, a new rule is that you can have your defender inside the 18-yard box when you pass the ball when you do your goal kick.
I think it started off when it came in at the start of this season. Everybody tried to utilise it. Everybody tried to get an advantage from it. It sort of died off a little bit now. It's not so much a tactical thing. I remember at the start of the season it was like
the new thing.
You go here, you rotate here, you move. It's changed a little bit into if it's on and you can give somebody early, then do so. Gives you the opportunity to keep the ball, but it's not as widely embraced as it was.
Well, depending if you're playing a high pressing team, once that ball's kicked and the player's got it's all in. Yeah. So you're pretty much asking yourself for trouble.
Yeah, well, it's always about confidence in your defense. Like I've had defenses where I'll be like, "Yep, no worries. I know they can deal with it. We can figure it out." And on some defenses, I'm like, "There's no way I'm playing this short pass because I guarantee you somebody's going to screw it up, and then then I'm left exposed."
I think if you look at the start of the season, when Unai Emery was at Arsenal, it was they were setting up and were playing, and everybody knew they were doing it. And they were like, "No, we keep doing it," and they get caught a few times, and that's some of the best players in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
At that level,
But it's not as simple as. No. It's not a game of chess. As soon as the ball's in, it's live. It's not a game of chess. If you pass here, he comes here, you go there.
Yeah.
It's more subtle than that.
Yeah, definitely.
You can have 99% of possession of the ball.
Yeah.
You get one possession, you can score from that one shot you have. You can win the game 1-0.
We've had them games, that's for sure. Yeah. So the next cheeky question we've got for you, Kenny, is did you always want to be a goalkeeper? Was that always something that you always did, or did you potentially play in other positions as a kid?
No, I was always a goalkeeper. So I've got a younger brother, a couple of years younger than me.
Yep.
He was a striker.
Yep.
Two lads in the family. He was a striker. I was a goalkeeper. That just made it miles easier for my mum and dad to send us down the park for football. We're happy for a few hours. So I think I sort of fell into it that way. He decided he was striker first, and then I got the goalkeeper bug off the back of that.
Yeah, we hear that story so often. It's with our first guest, Cyril Sharrock. He was the same with his older brother. And it was the same with Connor O'Keefe with his younger brother. So it was, so it just seems to be the brothers. And one of them's a striker, one of them's a goalkeeper. It seems to be.
Let's be honest, if you've got two outfield players, you can only spend a little bit of time passing the ball to each other before you get bored.
Yeah.
Or tackling each other before somebody gets hurt. Yeah. You can spend all day trying to score and try to stop somebody scoring. That's like hours and hours of entertainment.
Oh, definitely. I could just imagine the arguments coming home, you scored this, I saved this, blah blah blah.
There's a running joke in our family that, so we didn't have goals. We went up the park and we put down two jumpers for the post.
Yeah.
And then the argument was always whether it was in or whether it was over. My brother's always saying it was knee high and Kenny's on the ground shouting it was over, and then a big argument for days afterwards on what happened with it.
You gotta love that, don't you?
Yeah, I gotta love the banter. Gotta love the banter. Do you have a favourite goalkeeper glove? So one that you might have a good memory with, or even your modern ones potentially.
I think a bit of nostalgia. I was a big fan when I was younger, coming through as a kid, of the Royce Peter Schmeichel glove.
Yeah,
it's iconic, isn't it? I think MD from my kind of era, that was their go-to one.
Yeah,
I liked the Sondico double S stuff as well. Had a few pairs of them coming through. They were cool. I used to be able to name, when I was maybe end of primary school, start of high school, I could name you every goalkeeper in Scottish football and tell you what glove and what boot they wore.
Oh, really?
They went on the telly all the time. This was just like, I think I could do it in England as well. Do you know that?
Oh, wow.
So a bit sad anarchy, but quite geeky about it.
Nah, you got to be. And obviously, I think you mentioned before you always wore because I was going to ask you your favourite boot, and I think did you always wear the Puma when you were younger?
Whenever I was purchasing boots, it would be Puma. I was dead lucky when I was kind of nicking round about Scotland squads that I got a little contract with Adidas for some product.
Yeah,
so
cool.
I had a Predator phase there.
Oh yeah.
I've never got on that well with Nike boots, if I'm being honest.
Yep.
Not that I don't like the product, more that any season that I wore them, I managed to end up getting freed at the end of it. So
just bad luck with the boots.
I'm putting it down to, I've kind of 2 seasons I was like, right, I'm going to wear Nike boots. I like this one.
Yeah.
So one was at Rochdale, and that was my only year at Rochdale, and one was my last year at Partick Thistle.
Yeah.
And that was my last year at Partick Thistle. So
yeah.
I don't have Nike boots on that often for that reason.
Was that the Total 90 boot? I'm just trying to look at the.
There was the white and silver Total 90s, and then at Rochdale it was a modern version of the Total 90.
Even I remember the Total 90s, and I remember having them, and I love them.
That's an iconic boot, though.
Yeah, it's such an awesome boot. But obviously not for kids.
Well, not for some people.
I remember when I got them. So goalkeeper, I was 28. I've got these bright, shiny white and silver boots for pre-season. First game, sitting in the corner at my peg. And we had an old school manager, an old school assistant manager, both good guys but old school. I remember them walking in the dressing room, and they saw one of the young lads had a pair of bright red Vapors or something like that. And he's clocked them, he's picked them up, he's opened the window in the dressing room and he's thrown them out. And I remember kicking my white boots under the seat so that nobody could see them. I'll need to dull these down a little bit before I put them on. These are far too lively.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I had the red and the silver ones. I only had them in indoor.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I love the old T90s. They definitely take me back.
Yeah.
Take me back to my kid years.
But the only thing that saved me was I had white socks as well. So
it matches.
From the distance, you maybe couldn't see them. They didn't stand out that much.
I just rub a bit
I felt like I was a walking target during the season.
No, it's that old goalkeeper stigma though. Most goalkeepers just have to wear the black boots. A lot of goalkeepers tend to, because they just get muddy or whatever, and they get. I always love a black boot because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered cleaning them all the time. That's just me. I love a black boot, but
I'm a big white boot fan now.
Yeah,
big white boot fan.
What do you currently wear at the moment when you do your coaching?
Oh, I'm loving my Mizunos just now. Do you know that?
Yeah,
I threw my slippers in the bin because my Mizunos are more comfortable.
Oh, really?
They're just a wonderful football boot.
That's a Japanese brand.
Wonderful white leather football boot. They're just exceptional.
Yeah, I do love a good leather football boot. So my go-to is the Adidas Copa, and it's just a great kangaroo leather boot. But I definitely might have to try a pair of Mizunos. Definitely.
Once you go Mizuno, you don't go back. That's for sure.
I do know they make good running shoes as well.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, long distance, that type of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, no. So, all right, let's talk about some of your gloves, Kenny. So what have you got? What have you got there for us?
Oh, here we go.
What's in front of me? These are quite special.
Ooh.
So these are a auxiliary power light. They're an extension cut, which gives you a little bit more reach if you're going for those full stretch saves. That sort of concept came from being in a coaching environment. There's nothing that makes goalkeepers have a tantrum more than when they go full stretch for a save, get a touch on it, and it still goes in off the post.
Yeah, definitely.
You see grown men pull their hair out at that occasion. So we kind of set about developing some patterning that gives a little bit extra reach, and then we married it up with a pretty cool bit of tech in the backhand. If you can see that, instead of being latex, it's 32 layers of polyanswer impact ink.
Yeah.
So it's an impact protection ink. It's layered up, it's printed on, stays lightweight, gives a lot of structure when catching, degree of impact protection, and doesn't get heavy and soggy when it's wet. So it's a cool bit of tech, and it goes back to what we spoke earlier on of doing everything we possibly can to kind of help goalkeepers with the stuff we put in the products.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the new colourway that you've brought out now, isn't it? The blue and the pink looks absolutely awesome.
Quite vibrant, isn't it?
It's definitely one thing I've noticed with the Kaliaaer gloves is that you do love a bright and a very attractive glove, and I love bright.
There are a few funky colourways. I think I would need to hide these ones when that coach was throwing stuff out the window. That's for sure. I don't think they would go down very well. No, they're cool. I think we sort of spoke during the break. It's a long process to bring a concept into market. It's a lot of fun. It's probably why I've got too many grey hairs as well. But it's a great business, and there's some great people in it. It's a lot of fun, and we find it really rewarding just to help and give back to as many goalkeepers as we can.
No, definitely, mate. You're doing a lot of great things on your Twitter account. So if you aren't aware that, if you do want to, just follow Kenny on Twitter, and you'll see there's lots of prizes, there's lots of giveaways that he's doing right now. And what is your latest one that you're doing? So you're doing a kit? Did you say a kit giveaway?
We did a design your own gloves one a few weeks ago, and it was red hot. So we're doing a design your own kit this week. Basically, there's a template there. You design your own kit any way you like, and the best one we'll make it and send it to you for the new season, so you can dress up as you like, dress smart, play smart, as we say.
That's awesome. I guess for the viewers that are watching, if you look at Kenny's top right hand side of the corner, there is his favourite strip up there.
Oh yeah,
I do believe if there's something similar to that might be a secret spot.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so if you
let's see. I think the kind of idea for the competition, I used to get into trouble all the time at school for designing goalkeeper kits on the inside of my books. I would kind of just be bored and not. I would be like,
the old doodling.
This one. I must have drawn this thing about 200 times. Genuinely.
As you were.
Inside of every book at school had the same thing. So if I wasn't playing, we were doing this type of stuff, and hopefully it keeps the keeper community entertained for the next week or so when we're still in various different degrees of lockdown around the world.
I agree, mate. And I definitely enjoyed creating some Kaliaaer gloves. That was definitely good fun for me. Did you see my ones by any chance?
I saw them. They weren't good enough to win though.
Did you like them though? That was the main thing.
I thought they were quite funky.
There you go. All right. As long as
literally we had
tons,
thousands of entries for that as a competition. And for the other ones we've done over different weekends, there's been thousands of entries for each one.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad as well because I was like, I'm entering like a digitally enhanced Photoshop version of a glove design, and then I'm just like, and then I see next to them it's like, oh, there's really cute designs from like a 4-year-old or a 6-year-old that's coloured in, and then I'm just like, oh, that's cute. I've got kids myself. As
with like goalkeeper coaching or playing or designing gloves or designing kit, I think the only rule that you should ever have is you've got to enjoy it and you've got to have fun. So if that's drawing them, cool. If that's designing them, cool.
Yeah,
do it however you like, as long as you're having fun and enjoying it at the same time.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the other thing I want to touch on, Kenny, with is the Keep Scotland Active on YouTube. So you've been doing a bunch of videos on YouTube with regards to goalkeeper training and stuff. Is that like a weekly thing that you're doing, or?
Yeah, we did a 4-week block. Taking today off, and then we'll do another 4 weeks. The next side of lockdown in the UK, and it was purely just to go back to what we spoke about. Can we as a business be as useful as possible to the goalies? So it was, can we get in our back garden and do something that keeps us relatively sharp or work in a specific aspect? It's been good fun. Hopefully it's been useful to the keepers that have been involved in it. I think it's still there as recordings to have a look at if you want. Fortunately today was the day off because it's absolutely chucking it down with rain here in Scotland. So
just for a change.
Well, it's been quite nice, but it's chucking it down with rain.
I just thought it was awesome, like, to see what you're doing, mate, and obviously, keeping a lot of them young goalkeepers out there, looking for positive influences as well. And as we talked to Connor about it, and what he's doing with his channel is really amazing. And the solo goalkeeper drills that he's doing as well. So lots of and he's also you sponsor him as well and give him some quality products as well. And definitely just lots of great things happening, and just a lot of support around the world for goalkeepers, which I think's really amazing. But if anybody wants to grab any of your products, Kenny, where can they find you, mate?
Yeah, I think the current URL, Kaliaaer.com or goalkeeping.co.uk, takes you to the same place for now.
Yep.
They're all there, all ready to go, all looking cool. Lots of bright colours.
Yeah, definitely. So if you do like a bright coloured glove, you can head down to there and grab yourself a set of gloves. But I definitely do enjoy the Eclipse model that I got. So for your Black Friday special, I got the Eclipse model, which was the black and the orange, and I thought it was an awesome glove. And
I think there's a few of them still cutting about. There's an outlet store section of the website that's got some pretty kick-ass deals on them just now as well. So yeah, I think there's a couple of pairs of them still there.
There you go. So
shameless plug, absolute shameless plug.
Well, that was in your top 3 of your gloves in our first podcast.
So we did a pilot episode for Inside Six Yarns, and I only had the glove for a couple of months, and I absolutely loved it. So you might know, but you probably get tons of orders. But I bought 1 pair, and then I got it and played with them, and a week later I bought 2 more pairs. So I really do enjoy the extension cut. And for me, in particular, is very unique. It's nothing that I've had before. I do enjoy regularly a hybrid cut. So usually I wear a company called SDL gloves, and usually they have negative cut and then the roll finger cuts as well on the pinky and forefinger, and I think that's one of the best cuts out there. Yeah. And Yatesy agrees with me on that one. But yeah, I do love the extension cut though. That's definitely up there with one of my favourites.
We've put a tremendous amount of time, effort, energy into developing the base patterns for either an extension cut, how to tweak a neg or a roll finger to get that maximum contact between hand and ball, more contact area, more grip, more catches type of methodology. So yeah, loads of effort behind the scenes to get it right, and it's really pleasing to hear that you guys hold it in high regard.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome glove, mate, and definitely look forward to playing with some more of them. You'll get back between the sticks and playing with them, really.
Well, can't wait, and also getting back to watching football on TV.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the worst thing.
Do you know what I miss? Do you know what I miss most?
Yeah,
I miss being able to try my side volleys. I was actually we've kind of got a relatively small back garden or backyard.
Yeah.
I was actually trying to get one of the neighbours a couple of fences down to see if he would let me try and clip a couple across them. But, so far, he's kind of not really been committed on it. Only you can have another word on later.
Gonna have to just put up a giant net and you just bang him into it.
Yeah.
Doesn't. You've got to see it fly though.
It's not the same. It's like when you do a goal kicks into the net of the goal net, and you're like, it's not the same.
Nah, I need to see where it's going.
Yeah,
I need to see the fly.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, hopefully the lights in the tunnel soon. I know our restrictions been lifted, well, slowly been lifted, and hopefully you guys down the track will get it lifted, and we'll be back to norm again.
Fingers crossed. We'll just stay patient till then.
That's it. Stay safe. Listen to what they say, and let's all be good.
No, mate.
Cool.
Look, Kenny, thank you so much for your time, man. We do really appreciate it, and for helping us out. And definitely stay safe, and we wish you all the best. And we'll definitely keep in touch, and definitely see if we can get you back on for another time.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely hit you up. Thanks very much, Kenny.
Absolute pleasure. Stay safe.
Kenny.
Oh, that sounded naughty.
I do love a good opening. Well, I guess an ending. What an interview, Tommy.
Oh, dude, Kenny Arthur is a legend. So it just seems to be the common word with people coming on our show. It's just like legends. So.
Well, first of all, legend because they actually come onto our show.
Yeah, exactly. Two nobodies from WA, and they're coming on and having a good yarn with us, having a good chat about things that we all love, which is goalkeeping.
One of the most, is it the most isolated town? City
Perth. Yeah, Perth's one of the most isolated cities in the world, if not the. So, it's good. It's awesome. It's just funny how goalkeeping kind of just brings the world together a little bit.
Exactly.
Makes the world a bit of a happier place.
That goalkeeping union. Not only does it in the union inside your club or inside Football West or inside Australia, but worldwide.
It's almost like just like a weird respect that all goalkeepers kind of just have for one another. It's just it's kind of weird. It's like this unwritten book that like nobody's got a copy of, that we just kind of like, there's that little written rules that you just kind of abide by, and everyone just respects each other as a goalkeeper.
Or you see something, you see videos of the EPL when it comes back on, hopefully.
Oh yes.
You see something and you're just like, great save, or I feel sorry for you, or whatever. But look, shout out to Kenny. Thanks for coming on. Great interview. What is the injuries that he's come back from? Amazing what he's doing for his community. Yeah, just all all the giveaways and all the competitions that he's doing through his Twitter as well. Like he's encouraging a lot of young goalkeepers just to kind of keep active and just stay out there and stay positive, and just them little things, even though they don't seem like much, they do make a big impact, especially in a small community like Scotland. So it's not that big of a place. So definitely it spreads. Happiness is contagious. Well, that's it. And look, and this is why we do this as well, Tommy.
Yeah,
to keep the word out.
And I still haven't won any of his competitions yet. And he's seen my videos. He's seen them. Some amazing saves.
I probably wouldn't let you win either.
It just went, who does this guy think he is, calling himself a Tommy-gun? So,
he's only 5'2". What do you think?
5'8", mate. Get it right.
Give yourself a couple of inches.
You heightest prick.
But I might be tall, but I'm skinny as.
Exactly. Yeah. Muscles for days.
True story. Well, Tommy, look, it's been a pleasure as always.
Mate, just as always, we have lots of fun doing these podcasts. So if you are listening on any of our, we are currently live on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and lots of other streaming services. So whatever you're listening to, if you do want to head up to our YouTube channel, it is down below. All right, so head up that YouTube channel. It's Tommygun GK. Yeah. This is where you can watch us and see our pretty faces.
Give us a thumbs up, give us a like.
Exactly. Yeah, thumbs up, like, and even a subscribe. Anything that helps the channel. We're still growing. We currently just hit over 70 subscribers at the moment, so we're jumping up very quickly. And it doesn't sound like much, but we appreciate every single one of you that are showing us a bit of support.
Also, Tommy.
Yes.
If they want.
Yes.
And this has probably been done before, but comment on the videos if there's something that you want to talk about or you want to add. or anything like that, send us a message or comment on the videos.
Yeah.
If there's something you want us to talk about, or even if with some of the cheeky challenges going back on the previous videos, if there's something you want us to try.
Yeah, for sure.
Now that the ban's been lifted with 10 people, there's some things we can do.
There are lots of things we can do. So by all means, comment, like, subscribe. If you want to hit us up on our email as well, inside6yarns@gmail.com, put it down there for you. Thanks again for the support. And we're going to keep rocking out videos for you guys, bringing on guests. So now with the new bans lifted, we are going to be getting guests live on the show to have a big yarn, have a few drinks, and
a few challenges
and a few just good laughs. That's the main thing. Have a good laugh and a good yarn about all things goalkeeping. But thanks for listening, and
thank you
from your favourite Tommy Gun and my co-host.
I do believe that is me, Yatesy.
This has been Inside 6 Yarns, guys. We'll take care.
All the best.